to the final blow. The Dragons bring the heat and they steal the show. Mad Dragons podcast, turn the volume high. We bleed red and white as the sparks hit the sky. Power in the tackle, fury in the flow. It's the Mad Dragons podcast. Welcome to the show. Stand tall, Red V. Let the whole league know.
Well, good day, Dragons fans. I'm Big T, and this is the Mad Dragons podcast. Team List Tuesday. We'll be driving all night, and no one knows when it's going to stop. I'm as cold as a polar bear's left nut, but this is Sunday afternoon. It's derby time, Cogra, the northern home of the mighty St George Illawarra Dragons, and there's nothing sweeter than taking on little brother. Sure, history books say we played 57 times. That's the most of any other club in the NRL. They've won 32, we've won 24. There's been one draw. But why Sunday matters, at Jubilee, it's 8-7 our way. So come on, let's make it 9. Remember 2025? The Sharks rolled into Cogra on a winning streak and the Dragons sent them home with no fins because we had them in our soup. The Sharks have a terrific season, have had a terrific season, but maybe they're just getting a little bit too big for their boots. And it's time for Big Brother to remind Little Brother where they came from and who this rivalry really belongs to, the Red V. Cogra will be rocking and the Red V will be flying high and the Dragons will bring the passion, the defence, the attitude. And this could be another famous Sunday afternoon in the greatest rivalry in rugby league history. Blow that whistle, ref. There we go. Yindamara Ngarumbang. That's welcome to our home in Darwall and Yuin language. And welcome to Indigenous Round 2026. Yama, Scoop, how are you, mate?
Not too bad, thanks, Big T.
Yama means hello. And Joe, how are you, mate?
Auf Wiedersehen. I'm well, mate. How are you?
Auf Wiedersehen. I thought you were going somewhere. All right, we've got a special guest tonight. We've got Baldo from the ET Stand podcast. Tell us about the podcast. Not that many of us will watch. And have you always been a Sharkies fan?
Yeah, Big T, thanks for having me on. And great to get involved with, I'd have to say, probably my least favourite podcast that exists in the rugby league circles. I can't say
thank you,
I frequently watch this one, but I'll just start off with 1 point for you, Big T, before I go any further. I'm just going to cut this promo on the South Sydney versus the Sydney Roosters rivalry. That is not the biggest rivalry in the NRL. We don't need a Hollywood producer, a director, some actor commissioning a book for 400 pages to talk about the rivalry because our rivalry is real. It's like mateship, it's friendship, it's interwoven. The families are interwoven. Goodness me, I am still bitter about 1999. Do not get me started. We don't need to talk about it, but I also don't buy into the full-on hatred. But there's been a few incidents. So I just want to say this is the real rivalry. The other rivalry can bugger off. And I'm sure one thing we can all agree on that this rivalry kicks the other one's ass. So that's the answer to that.
This is a fantastic rivalry. I've been to Shark Park many a time. But yeah.
So I'll answer your question, Big T, about the podcast. So we're the ET Stand podcast. We're a bunch of mates that sit in the Andrew Ettinghausen stand. I am quite a keen Premier League fan and found myself on a Nottingham Forest podcast and have been a regular since about 2021. Obviously Forest got promoted, so I'm big on that. And I thought I came back to Australia. I said, you know what, I just got to start a Sharks one. So we did. And it's a couple of mates. We're very privileged to live and go in the ET stand. So that's why we called it the ET stand, because that's where we all sit. It's named after our favourite player. We do a live show every 8:30, and then we go after full time every week in the show we call The Debrief, which is pretty good fun. It's been absolutely brilliant meeting fans of other teams. I've travelled around. I've been a Sharks fan all my life. One season, I did go to every match home and away live, been president of the supporters clubs. My brother was on the board of the Sharks for a while. And I also have got a radio show on Shire FM 99.7. And beyond that, yeah, just love the Sharkies and pretty keen rugby league fans. So always keen to chat Sharks and Dragons.
Oh,
so let's get into
rugby league. I love chatting rugby league.
That's pretty good.
Rugby league rules and laws. You know what I mean? All right, we do. Have to look at this. The ladder. Yeah. Well, like I said last week, Baldo, that there's 18 teams in the NRL this year. Dragons are 18th. Daylight is 17th. But there it is. Panthers leading. Sharkies there, number 4. It's a nice spot to be. But you've got the Dolphins.
It is good. I reckon we're top 4 certainties, Big T.
Top 4 certainties. That's your big crow. We've got what we do on our channel. We do a crow. If you're going to do a bold prediction, so we've got a crow from Boldo. We've got a crow from Boldo. That's nice. That's great. That's great. That one there, that tells you what's going on. 2 of these will lose out to the Panthers. We'll make the bottom 8. The rest of them are gone. Book to Bali, and the bottom 4. You don't even deserve to go to Bali. Where are my notes? Just got to have a look at my guest here. Yeah, don't forget, if you put a comment up, you'll get put into the jockey wheel, and we'll spin that on round 27 on the Sunday show. And you could win big prizes, some prizes. But before we do anything else, we've got to do this.
All right, Dragons fans, before we rip into this week's game, let's talk about a local business that absolutely knows how to get the job done. If you're running a warehouse, moving locations, upgrading your storage, or staring down the barrel of a lease make good, you need the team at Complete Warehouse Solutions. These guys aren't some big city outfit who don't know the area. They're family owned, based right here in Lake Illawarra, servicing the Illawarra and beyond. And when they say complete, they mean complete. New warehouse fit out, they'll measure it, design it, supply it, and install your pallet racking and shelving properly. Safe, compliant, and built to last. Relocating, they'll dismantle your racking, transport it, and rebuild it at the new site so you're back up and running faster than a Dragon's backline shift. End of lease and the landlord wants it back to bare bones? No dramas. They'll strip it out, repair it, repaint it, clean it, leave it looking like you were never there. And here's the smart bit. They even buy back quality used racking and storage systems. So instead of wasting money, you might actually put some back in your pocket. It's tough work, it's hands-on, it's industrial, and it's done by locals who take pride in doing it right. So if your warehouse needs muscle, experience, and a team that won't muck you around, get onto Complete Warehouse Solutions. Because just like the Dragons, when the pressure's on, you want the right team beside you. Complete Warehouse Solutions, your one-stop shop for getting the job done.
Yeah, there you go. Complete Warehouse Solutions. Give them a call on 4257-1930 or 0417-223-409 for all your warehousing needs. If you want racking, I like racking. Give Jeff an email at jeff@completews.com.au. There you go. That's what we do. That's what we do here. But it's time for this. Brought to you by essenceandlight.com, soaps and candles. Get on there, have a look at their website, essenceandlight.com. They're absolutely fantastic. Smell great too. All right. Yeah, we've got our special guest Baldo. We're going to talk about this shark side. But if you run through this side for us, mate, and tell us
can do.
What
Can
this
do.
team
So
is.
the Sharks have named not quite a full strength lineup after a couple of injuries last weekend, with Siosifa Talakai going out with what's believed to be an upper bicep injury, which will keep him out for a couple of weeks. Hopefully not surgery for him. And Kale Iro also dropping out of the team in the centres with a HIA. Toby Rudolph has not been named. Still a bit of a mystery what's going on with him. So, Sharkies, William Kennedy is the fullback. The star wingers of Sione Katoa and everyone's favourite player for another team, Ronaldo Mulatalo, Jesse Ramian and Noel.
Sorry, that is a soccer player's name, Ronaldo Mulatalo.
Well, we actually did a rugby league 11 who would win, who would be the best soccer team, and we played Ronaldo as the striker. He had to be in there.
Had to
Valentine Holmes. Valentine Holmes sounds like a porn star. So
He does,
sorry.
doesn't he?
Sorry for interrupting. Carry on.
So then we've got Jesse Ramian in the centres with cult hero now of the Sharks fans, Marwin Hiroti, as it's pronounced. So Marwin's off to meet up with former Sharks assistant Josh Hannay next season. He's quite a good goal kicker and very dependable. He won't let anyone down in the centres. Then we got the Braden Trindle is pretty much running the Sharks team, and of course Nicho Hines at halfback. Front row of Fanua Blake has been named to start with Jesse Colquhoun. Blake Brayley is the captain and the hooker. Then a very strong back row of Britton Nicola, Teague Wilton and Cam McInnes. And then a bench that's made up of Hoepa Peru, Billy Burns, Oregon Kafusi, Big, Tom Hazelton, Michael Gabriel, who's a kid that's been playing for Newtown. He's a centre. Braden Ueli, he's dropped the Hamlin, but everyone still calls him Hamlin Ueli. Nipai Peru, who's off to the Bears. Sam Stone Street, your man, Big T.
Yeah, I like Sammy.
How to Pua.
Sammy Rob. Sorry, mate, go on.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, so it's a pretty strong Sharks team. The Sharks bench last weekend, we've got a segment on our show tonight, which was, is this the strongest Sharks bench of 4 players ever? They're managing Fanua Blake's minutes at the moment. So they don't really want to play him for 30 or 40 or more than that minutes because they don't want him to get injured. He's got a pec issue. They had to play him for 60 minutes last week and he came on and turned the match. So interested to see if he's back to full strength yet. But the benefit the Sharkies have got is that Blake Brayley can play 80 minutes. So we typically carry 4 forwards or 3 forwards and a wide player like Talakai and then 2 reserves that never make the field. So pretty strong Sharkies team. We're definitely probably the 3rd or 4th best team in the comp behind the Panthers and the Roosters, that is for certain.
Yeah.
So we've been in pretty good form. And, of course, the goal-kicking record's on the line.
It is too, yeah. We just got to oh, yes, mate. Can I just
really
say, go on.
Noah's comment up on screen.
Oh, there you go. I was just about to say, Hasman, the great man, joins us. How are you, Hasman?
Hey, Big T.
Yeah, one of the OGs, our Hasman. He joins us every now and then. Could we see Mad Dragons podcast in the studio one day? Well, we live too far apart. Like, we can't do it.
Do you have a studio, Big T?
No, I've got a studio in my back room. But he's just saying, will we see us all in one place? Yeah, Gene Johnson saying, well, Holmes' brother is John Holmes. It's football, not soccer. Mohammed Dib. And we'll get the wooden spoon by Ellie. Good on you, mate. Thank you very much. Oh, his pet dog ran away. I'm sorry. I passed away. I'm sorry to hear that, mate. It's always sad when a family. It's always sad. Always sad when a family member passes away. All right. What was I going to say? Braden Ueli, Hepai Peru, Hiroti, and Tuka How Tapua, all back in the side. Burrell, Iro, and big loss, CSF for Talakai.
Yeah, he's not been as good this season, though, Big T, CSF for Talakai. So he was rumoured to have been offered $600,000-700,000 from the Perth Bears, which was just too much for the Sharkies. So he's off at the end of the season. He is an absolute cult hero with the Sharks fans as well. He is incredibly popular. Especially on our podcast. Look, the thing about Siffer is sometimes he goes missing in the matches, and other times he can come on and win it for us.
He's a wrecking ball.
Oh, he absolutely is. So I'll just give you the 4-1-1 on the Nicho Hines goal kicking streak. So Nicho is 32 kicks in a row. The record is 35. The all-time rugby league record is held by an English guy at 37. If Nicho is considered to be an 85% goal kicker, which is about his career average, then based on the modelling is a 54% chance of breaking the record against your lot. I've never been in a match where the home team has scored and the crowd didn't want the try to be allowed. So the last try for Sione Katoa got disallowed on the right-hand side, which would have been a curling kick for the wrong side for Nicho. And at 32 points to 16, the Sharks fans figured we had the job done and didn't need the try, which was absolutely fascinating. So there's a bit of pressure on Nicho. There's circles of us saying, we shouldn't talk about it. But I absolutely love the streak and love the numbers. And records are there to be broken. And, look, the Sharks fans are going to run on the field just like Alex Johnson when Nicho breaks their record. because it'll be
Nice.
an absolutely no. We obviously won't be doing that.
Not
That'll
quite
be
like Tony
certainly-
Lockett's 1,000. Not quite Tony Lockett's 1,000.
Where do you think it sits in terms of a record? I think it stamps his.
Oh, it's
as
a
one of
great
those
record
great-
because he goes to number one in Australia. Oh, boys, jump in here! Like he goes to number one in Australia up against Hazim El Masri, I think.
Yeah, it's
I
El
think he's up
Magic.
the
So he's
Australian
got the,
highest
he's
goal
second
kicker,
on the
but,
he's second on the list. He's been coached by Daryl Halligan this season, and also the Sharks are a lot better. We've got the ex-French fly half Freddie Michalak coaching us as well now, which is pretty big risk for a bunch of for a team not to have an assistant coach for half the season and just get a guy in at the end of the season. So, look, the Sharks are much improved, but we know you guys are no bloody lay down misère against bloody the Sharkies.
no,
God,
no
you guys would
pushovers,
love
mate. No
nothing more than to
pushovers,
beat
come
us.
on.
You'd love nothing more to beat us. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's a great team. I love them. So yeah.
Yeah. Shark. I'm going to just talk about Shark Park. It's a smelly place. Fits 50 people, and that's a squeeze. Is the rumor right? You're moving to Cogra for a year or so?
No, that's just a trolling question. The Sharks have got.
Oh, sorry.
They can't. No, it's all right. It's good banter. I'll enjoy it. The Sharks can't move to. Well, look, they can't get more in the stadium at the moment because they're missing the exit at the northeastern corner, which is the kind of La Perouse end. So I guess talking to the Dragons fans, you would know where that is. And so when they're able to reinstall that exit, they'll be able to increase the numbers. They'll also get a whole bunch of seats up the top. And also once they have the corporates in the leagues club, then they'll also be able to remove that temporary stand. So the Sharks should get back up to 18,500. They may, look, if they knock something down or do something like that, then sure enough, Cogra's looking pretty good these days. I went past it the other day. I showed my cousin from Brisbane the Cogra Stadium, and he's pretty impressed with it. So nothing wrong with playing out of Cogra. Mohammed, it fits more than 5 people, mate. It fits 14,500. So we're clear.
Yeah, just a bit of banter from our viewers as well.
Yeah, that's right. I don't mind, mate. I'm in enemy territory. But the funny thing is, I was going to ask you, Big T. I didn't realize you guys were still playing this season. Actually, I was so surprised when you emailed me and asked me, and then I had to just check. When you say you're the Mad Dragons vodcast, right?
Yeah.
Does that mean you're the Mad Dragons because you're mad because you're angry because the Dragons are so hopeless, or are you mad because you support the Dragons? Or are you mad because you're the craziest Dragons fans? I was trying to work out why you're the Mad Dragons podcast.
I think we're the craziest Dragons fans. We're the ones that put ourselves out there every week and let us. I've seen Hasman down there smiling about what he thinks about the Dragons.
I mean, are we going to tell him the truth here?
Yes,
What's the truth,
may as
Haz?
well.
Right. So the truth behind the name is basically the originator of all this, the great man Donnie Bell. He's always been known as the Mad Dragon. So that's basically where it came from.
Got it. So it's homage to one of the all-time great Dragons fans. Well, that makes sense. That's quite cool.
Everybody
Absolutely.
knows Donnie. Everybody knows Donnie Bell. He's the one that coined the phrase, "Come on, Dragons fans, fire up!" They had him on Channel 9 once, so he's our hero. And
You're so loud on that. If you can please speakers.
Pardon, mate.
Do you still have Great St. George team as one of the banners?
I don't think so. I don't think he's there
The
anymore.
one might have been retired, I think.
What about Alf Doust? Is that one still kicking, or is that one gone?
No, he's gone. He's gone.
He's gone now.
He's gone.
Oh, you never know. Those were the two that I remember.
Yeah. There's one from Jag there. We won on this day exactly 9th of August in 2005.
Isn't that incredible?
That is incredible. That we're playing on the same tour. No more home finals at Shark Park.
Oh, someone touched on that. Look, there's a school of thought. I actually don't like the home finals at Shark Park. So in 2022, the Sharkies played the home final against the Cowboys, and we lost. Was it the Cowboys? No, we played the Roosters. We lost against the Roosters. And then the next week we had to go play South at the big stadium with 45,000 people. And they were just overawed by the whole situation. So I actually don't mind them moving the game away from Shark Park. And what just bugs me about the semi-finals and the home finals, and look, you guys wouldn't have had to deal with this for a while, but they said if you have a season ticket, you don't get your season ticket. You get you have to go into the thing and buy. And it just bugs me that Fox Sports or some random advertising person gets to sit in my seat in the ET stand. So it just absolutely bugs me. So I don't mind not playing at Shark Park. But if the Sharks can't play at Shark Park, then no team can play at the home ground, and you've just got to play at the big stadiums.
That's right. And Sharkies won last year. We won't talk about that. All right, get back to me notes. I've got a million questions. They're talking about the Sharks. The Sharks' season has been outstanding. What do you think their improvement is on last year?
I'm not sure they have improved, Big T, that much on last year. We haven't done anything yet. So we've been a prelim final team the last 2 years. Look, you could say, Nico Hines and Braden Trindle are probably playing better together now. So what you'll notice is that they pass the ball a lot more to each other than you might have seen. They were previously a bit more left and right. That's made a big difference for them. They seem to have nailed the last season. They were playing Dan Atkinson too much off the bench for mine, and the six bench player rule for us has probably helped us because it means that we just play a utility on the bench and never makes the field, and we just run with 4 forwards and they rotate on and off, and so that makes us pretty hard to deal with. The interchange forwards. The interchange forwards are just as good as the starting ones. And so when you've got Talakai and AFB coming off the bench, look, we were very inconsistent early. I was really spewing when we lost to the Panthers early in the season because we've got an extremely soft draw. So you had the easiest draw of all the teams. So I thought the minor premiership was on the board, and we're not going to be the minor premiers. So you could argue maybe we've not had as successful season as we perhaps could have. But look, they're in the mix. We need a bit of luck in the finals. We need to somehow hope that we play the Warriors or someone else in week 3 of the finals and can then take a lucky result against the Roosters or the Panthers in the grand final to win, which I'd have to say is pretty unlikely. But I think our ceiling this year is a grand final loss, whereas previous years I've thought we had no chance of getting past the prelim. They do struggle in clutch games, don't they? The Dragons have improved this year, and rivalry games are unpredictable. Do you see the Dragons a genuine threat this weekend? Yeah, you can beat us. There's how many times have you guys beaten us and we've beaten you when we've been out of form teams? I'm sure in 2010 you weren't cheering when you had to play the Sharks, even though you're clearly the best team. You know, you beat us last year, for example. Come on, 1999, we had a red hot team and you did us. You just had a bunch of absolute beast players that just did us, and your top guys just beat us. You're probably missing that a bit of this year, but maybe they can certainly lift against us. And is it the rivalry? Oh yeah, goodness me, I get asked for more tickets for Sharks versus Dragons than any other game.
Yeah,
we've got a mate of mine. His name's Ryan Lockhart. He actually. A Dragons fan, he actually exposed himself on my podcast, Big T, to try and get me booted off YouTube. That's how much Dragons fans.
Oh, really?
Me problems. Yeah. So, Dragons fan guy tried to get nude on my pod, Big T. Can you believe it?
But that's just the same as Peter Gow cutting up our jersey all those years ago.
Well, you know what happened with Peter Gow
in the Chinese restaurant.
You know what happened with that story, though, right?
Yeah, go on. We'll get this from the other side. We've heard our side. Now let's hear theirs.
Well, that's what Peter Gow used to do was when the Sharks would win in the Chinese restaurant, if there was a fan with an opposition jersey, he would buy the jersey off the opposition fan. And so he would say, can I, let's just say Joe turned up to the Chinese restaurant and Peter Gow says to Joe, hey, I'll give you $500 for your Dragons jersey if you let me cut it up. And so, as the story goes, is that Peter Gow gave the couple of $100 for the jersey to the other team fan, and then he started cutting up the jersey, and then the fan didn't like it, but he'd taken the money. So it was a bit of a media beat up. He's a bit of a
It was.
like I've got a lot of respect, a lot of time for Peter Gow, but when you're as successful as he is, you can be a bit of a target, which is a bit of a shame for him. He's got a very attractive daughter though.
Yeah, I'd like to meet Peter Gow, but especially I'd like to meet Elle. Ooh, ooh, ooh. 16-year-old's crush, all those years ago. Oh,
She's very
my
good.
God.
She's very good fun, Elle.
She is.
I'll just say, Johnny Burke in the comments has said easy draw again every year. You know why, Johnny Burke? We've got an easy draw because every year we get to play the Dragons twice. And so that makes it easier for us. That's why everyone says we've got the easy draw, Johnny. So thanks. We'll play you anytime.
Yeah, easy draw every year. Yeah, always is. Which Dragons player worries you most?
Daniel Atkinson does. I just think he's got
playing.
Well, he's on your extended bench, isn't he?
Yeah, I don't think he'll get a go.
No.
You don't think he'll get a go? Look, Valentine's obviously a quality player that we're very familiar with. He could be hot and cold. I don't think he's been as bad as everyone made out.
Kicking's been terrible.
Yeah. Well, you're just comparing him to the great Nico, really, aren't you? So, I tell you who doesn't fear me. I think Gutherson sucks. I just think he's not been good for you. Damien Cook's carved us up in the past. And then, but Valentine's the one. He's as good a player as he'd make our team, Valentine. No worries. He'd outplace, one of our top gun outside backs. So he's the one. He's the one for us to be scared of. And he's burnt us so many times before. And he's a pressure goal kicker. It's like Brett Kamali. Can't get the goal kicks from in front, but when it's pressure and on the sideline, he can just somehow get them. Freaking annoying.
No. What battles you're looking forward to?
What about Emre Gula and Josh Kerr? You scared of them?
Not in the slightest.
Oh, come on, Emre Gula. What a player.
I'm scared. I'm scared about our shit now.
No, I had to be honest.
I mean,
I had to look up who they were and make sure.
You
No.
get a penalty the second Kerr comes on.
Yeah, exactly right. Exactly. What battles? What positional battles are you looking forward to?
I'm looking forward to Damien Cook versus Brayley. I think will be good. I'm always interested. I hope Kyle Flanagan does well. I quite like him a lot. And Val's the one. Val against our centres. Seeing how he goes. I've always enjoyed Val, and I'll always have a special spot for Val. So they're probably the ones that I would say the most.
Spider's saying he'd rather see Ryan Hutchison replace Kerr on the bench. Maybe that'll happen. We'll talk about that later. Okay, go back to me notes. Go back to me script. All right. Have you got any questions, Scoop, to ask Baldo?
Relating on player roster and transfers for you guys.
Yep.
Let's get it up here. Sorry. All right, you got a few players coming off contract at the end of the year. I'll read them out, and then after I read them out, you can go through them separately. So you players you got coming off contract: Jaden Beryl, Tuku Hautapua, Raylan Helem Ueli, Huepa Peru with his brother signed to Perth Bears now, and Riley Jones. What's the latest on those player contracts?
So the Sharks general manager of recruitment is a guy called Darren Mooney. He is brilliant at being secretive, at not letting anything out that they've not got going on. So the Adam Fanua-Blake signing, for example, came completely from nowhere and wasn't reported in the news, and they just scooped him up. So what will happen is what the Sharks tend to do is they let their players test the market early, and they have an understanding of how much they're worth, and then they bank themselves on their relationship with the player to counter. So they could have countered Sione Katoa, they could have countered Jesse Ramian. They were given the option of countering Siasif Talakai, but they chose not to on all of those. They could have counted on Cam McInnes or even given him a little bit more. So in terms of the players, I really like, what did you say, Riley Jones? He's the kind of centre and also utility guy from the Panthers. I quite like the looks of him. I think he could be quite good. Hohepa Pulu is like a backup hooker /13. So he seems to be the future of the backup number 9 for the Sharks and can also be a bit crafty, like a Brandon Smith style player who can be hooker but also be a back rower. They're going to probably let Jaden Beryl go, or he might get signed by the Newtown Jets, who are our partnership. And then Braden Ueli, he'll probably get more money going somewhere else, so I'd expect him to bounce out. Toby Rudolph's expected to re-sign with the Sharks soon. All indications are they're just working through the final details of the contract. And then other ones you mentioned, can't remember what the other one was, Scoop.
Tuku Hautapua.
Tuku Hautapua. He'll it wouldn't surprise me if they're waiting to see where all the other Ducks land. They've signed a player called Owen Trout, who is appropriately named for fishing for the Sharks, so he'll fit in quite well. It's always fun having a Shark name.
And I've noticed you got a few young guns coming through the grade in Felix Fatilli and Thomas Dello.
Yeah, so Felix is the one that we're on to watch. So we've actually interviewed him on the ET stand previously, and he probably swore a little bit more than he would have liked. So we got that one in the bag. He's been good, but it's just tough to crack it into the Sharks team at the minute. So I'd say he's probably the star one that we're expecting to make it. And they've got, Riley Pollard is also another one who's just an absolute beast. And then lastly, of the players down, we've also got Liam Eisen, who's the ex-Panthers guy that was behind Edwards that's had a whole bunch of injuries. So that's why they keep signing Will Kennedy to 1-year extensions, because they're hoping that Liam Eisen's going to come. Yeah, so he's pretty good.
Yeah,
I didn't hear last.
Is that it, Scoop? You've got it all?
Yep.
All right. Joe, have you got any questions for our Sharky friend?
No questions, but I do rate them this year. I just think that it's unfortunate that with the injuries that they've got, hopefully it doesn't. They've got like 6 weeks to get over it before the semi-finals begin. And personally, if you ask me, I think, with all honesty, I think Cronulla are a big dark horse. If anyone can top any of these two top teams and compete, would probably be Cronulla and the Dolphins. But more so, I'm more leaning towards Cronulla, I think.
Yeah, we're a shot, aren't we, Joe? Like, we need a bit of luck to go our way.
How about are those injuries? Are they
the
scheduled to
Malachi
be
one's a
back
couple of weeks, and Kale Hero's just a head knock, so he'll be back.
Oh,
So,
okay. Nothing.
Nothing too serious. I'm feeling pretty good about it. Couple of this week match stuff for you, Big T, if I may. The first one is, I was going to ask you, who's your favourite all-time Dragons Shark? Couple of favourites. I'd have to say, certainly for mine, it has to be Lance Thompson. I think he's my favourite of all the players that have played for
Rest in
both.
peace, Lance.
Yeah,
there's been so many of them.
Well, there has been a lot. We could have done a team of Sharks Dragons. Actually, we'll do that next time we get together.
You can have me on your show whenever you want. Have me on your show whenever you want. Oh, look, you can go back to Steve Rogers was a Dragon Shark. You know what I mean?
Monty Porter,
and then Monty
Ken
Porter,
McInnes.
and then you've got that, and then you've got Ken McInnes, and then you've got the great Billy Burns, the Dragon Shark crossover.
What about Norm Proven, Coach Gus? Why isn't Norm Proven an immortal, Big T?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how they pick the immortals. We've got 4 of them, so
we've got none.
No. Oh, Steve Rogers would go close, I'd say. He'd go close to being an immortal.
Not quite good enough. That's one thing I've got for you. The second one is, I tell you what really bugs me in rugby league a lot is the Melbourne Storm premierships, right? And so I actually did a comment on a post about where they said, the Storm should get awarded their premierships. And Ryan Hoffman was active in it. And I said, that's BS. You cheated and you shouldn't get it. And so then Ryan Hoffman and I had a stoush on Instagram. So I said, all right, why don't you come on a real podcast and talk about it? So to his credit, he came on the podcast. And so he had it out about it. And I still stand by the fact that they cheated. And here's something for you, which you might not have been expecting. I believe that the 2009 and 2007 seasons were compromised in the final series because of a cheating team. And when I become CEO, Big T, I would award the 2007 and the 2009 premiers to the minor premiers from the 2009 season, which would be the Dragons.
The Dragons, thank you very much. We'll take it.
So I can flip to be a bet. Now, if someone did that, how would you feel about that awarded premiership? Would you take it? Would you say we didn't earn it? Or because you were a great team in 2009.
Well, what about 2009 when Parramatta got done? They got beaten in the
but you were the minor
by,
premiers, and they were lucky. They don't get it.
Yeah, I'll take the 2009 premiership.
Joe Hasman, what do you think to that question? Would you take the premiership in 2007?
I have a very very big conspiracy theory about that.
Go on.
You know Fox Sports, the Murdoch family.
Yep.
They owned Melbourne Storm back then, and they also owned half of the NRL, right? As if Murdoch doesn't write checks, doesn't know what he's paying his players. So as if the whole fucking code is not corrupt.
Well, we know that. So I think that may be right. Look, I just don't understand how they could have pulled that off. But yeah, it's 2009 that the Dragons were the minor premiers. And it's just gone. Yeah, ridiculous. That's my other one for you, Big T.
Yeah,
I'm back. Sorry.
Joe's back. We're running out of time because you have to leave shortly, don't you?
I do have to leave. We've got our show starting in a minute. So
I've got a couple. I've just got a couple of quick questions.
Yep, shoot them.
Looking beyond this season, where do you realistically see the Sharkies finishing?
This season, I think we'll either lose a prelim or lose a grand final. Yeah, we're going to finish.
Okay. And I was just about to ask you, do you believe that Cronulla has what it takes to win the premiership?
No, we don't, because sadly for us, and I love Nico Hines, he is my favourite player. And Nico Hines is just not as good as Nathan Cleary or the absolute Tedesco and the absolute top guys. And so when you've got the top guy, when you're in these matches, you need the top guys to be able to unlock the other teams. And look, we need Fanua Blake to become the best forward. We need Nico Hines to not miss a goal kick. We need Ronaldo to, we need all of our guys to be at absolute peak form. So, you would all admit that Nico Hines is the fifth best halfback, and the fifth best halfback isn't good enough to win, typically.
No.
Unless it's Shane Perry.
Billy, do you have any questions for Boldo?
I mean, Sharks are in a very, very good run of form right now. I mean, they've won 10 of their last 10 of their last 11, 9 of their last 10, one of those big streaks. Is this the best they've looked coming into a final series?
Well, obviously in 2016 they won the 15 matches in a row, so it's tough to eclipse that. The 1999 team was very good. I actually think the 2001 team was really good and gets underrated. So in 2001 you had the Parramatta Eels, who were the top scoring team. But what everyone forgets about that season is that Peachy was injured for most of the season and Andrew Johns was injured for the most of the season. And the two best teams were actually the Sharks and the Knights. And if they've got it on NRL Throwback, you watch the Knights versus the Sharks prelim in 2001, it is an unbelievable match, that match. And so the winner of that match, I said, I was going to win it. So the 2001 form was pretty good. Since 2016, I'd say this is the best. Look, 2022, they'd done pretty well, but they also had a weak draw then. Look, we haven't been able to beat the Panthers and we lost to the Roosters twice. We can't beat the top guys. So I don't think it's I know Ian Johnson says there's nothing wrong with delusions of grandeur. I'm a realist. I'm the honesty broker on the ET Stand podcast. As I said, the ceiling is a grand final loss. I'm expecting a prelim loss again, but I expect them to be closer in the prelim.
All right. Thank you.
All right, a couple of quick ones. I was going to ask you, if the Dragons beat the Sharks on Sunday, would that upset the apple cart, or would it just be another chapter in the league's greatest rivalry?
Certainly would be another chapter in the league's greatest rivalry. The Sharkies, if they drop the match against you, have still got the for and against over the Dolphins and a much easier draw, as Johnny Burke continues to point out. Johnny, maybe give us a different comment other than weak draw again. And if you can come up with something different, I might respond to it. Give us some real cogent analysis, Johnny. Come on, mate. What do you got, Johnny? Let's talk about something else. So would it be? It would certainly hurt.
What do you got?
But
it would.
It look, the thing is that you guys can get up for it. Like I don't buy this bloody Dragons are rubbish or any of this stuff. You guys have got some good players, man. Like, you know, Valentine.
We've got a great forward pack.
You can beat it. But you know, we'll see.
Okay. I was going to ask you about before you go, Sammy Stone Street. I like Sam Stone Street. I think he should be in your side, but you've got the world's best wingers, Katoa and Ronaldo Mulatalo on the wings. So tell us a little bit about Sammy Stone Street.
So Sam Stone Street is a Sharks junior. He played for De La Salle, local carrying Bart team. For those near the Shire will certainly know where that is. He debuted in 2024. He's very fast, Sam Stone Street, but he doesn't truck the ball up out of our own area as much as you would like from, you know, not to keep drawing comparisons, but Val in 2016, goodness me, he could hit it up. So he's not got those strong carries out of our danger zone the way that Katoa and Mulatalo do. Katoa's also, look, you're obviously not going to drop Mulatalo for Sam Stone Street, but Sione Katoa gets tries in big matches. So the last couple of prelim finals, all of our tries have been scored by Sione Katoa. So he's not going to make the team based on that, but Sione was offered a hell of a lot of money to go. Johnny, let's go. I'm going to take you on about the salary cap. No, Johnny, here's what happened. In 2015, I'm not answering this because this is BS. So I'm not having copping any abuse about the 2015 salary cap. So in 2015, and my mate Shane Flanagan made an error regarding a payment to Chris Heinington worth $25,000, which my brother was on the board at the time, picked up. And so for some foolishness and improper corporate governments, they didn't declare the money despite the fact that they were told to, and they didn't need to not declare the money. Now, Johnny, before you say, they were under the cap in 2016, my brother was on the board and was the financial controller, and I can tell you categorically that they were under the cap in 2016. So I'm not going to cop that the Sharks were over the cap in 2016, and any accusation that the Sharks were over the cap in 2016 is a personal attack, which I don't like. So just end it, Johnny. It's BS. The Sharks were certainly under the cap and compliant, and that sort of comment is just not helpful, and I'm just not going to cop it.
Sorry about that, Boldo.
That's all right. I'm very big on it. I'm just not copping it for a second. It's BS. I'm just not copping it.
I hope we don't cop over the salary cap for the last few years because it definitely didn't work.
Well,
all right. Last question. Finally, what score are you expecting? Give me a bold prediction and give me a message for us poor Dragons fans.
I think you'll be spirited. I think it'll be close. We might be able to kick away with a try at the end. You'll be in it like close to 8 points. The Sharks are going to take penalty goals, so I think we'll kick ahead with an 8 point thing, and then maybe we'll get a try late, maybe a 14 plus. We're not going to spank you. I don't think that's on the board.
No. So Nico Hines is going for the record. What's he on at the moment?
32.
What's the record? For the Australian 35. Record, Hazem El Masri.
35.
Yes. All right, mate. Thanks for joining us. You've been
Legends. Can I just say thank you, Big T, for inviting me on. I've actually been a watcher of your podcast for a while. There's a few tricks and things that you guys do that I probably should steal. The video stuff's very good, and you've got a certain level of passion. And I just don't buy into this Dragons Sharks hatred. I got a whole bunch of mates that my brother's a Dragons fan, and he wore a Sharks jersey when we played in the grand final. And if it had my way, as I said, I'd award you the 2009 premiership because that was just BS what the Storm did. So good luck to you guys. It bugs me that you're not doing as well because actually if you guys do better than the Sharks, we could pinch players from each other and that sort of stuff. So it's better for the Sharks if the Dragons are better, and I'm looking forward to seeing how you did this year. And it really bums me out actually that Flanagan didn't do better. So Yeah, nothing but love for you guys. But good rivalry. Looking forward to. And Johnny Burke, I love the stick. Don't worry, mate. I like you. Come on, my show's on in 15 minutes. Johnny Burke, come and give me a stick. Come on the EP stand. I want you to talk me. That'll be absolutely great. So, but nothing but love.
Yeah.
Oh, and last one, Big T. Red and white makes pink.
It does. And pigs for the women. I hope we have a good game. I hope it's a close one. I hope the Dragons are going to win. But thanks
Sounds
for
good.
joining us,
Big
Boldo.
T's coming on. Big T's coming on my show for a podcast in a couple of days. We'll do an opposition fan preview where I get to throw all of the comments at Big T, and then all of my mates control you the way that Johnny Burke and all the other ones have been trolling
100%,
me. So
mate. 100%.
nothing but love for you guys. Keep up the good work, and looking forward to seeing you guys challenging for the top 8 next season, which is on the board. So
yeah, on the boards. We don't do anything wrong except having barbecues during COVID. That's all we do wrong.
I don't love Jack DeBellin. He's definitely my least favourite of the Dragons players, other than, Jack DeBellin. Anyway. All right, guys. We'll see you guys next time.
Under the bed.
Thanks,
all
everybody.
right, thanks, mate. Thanks for joining us. We'll get into
guys.
our part of the show. Thanks for joining us, champ. Yeah, so I'll be going on Thursday night, or Thursday sometime, with Boldo to talk about the Dragons and our chances against the Sharks, like we talked about him tonight. All right, and there we go. And there's the Dragons team, Billy. Can you run us through the Dragons team?
Yep. So Gutho's at fullback. The wingers are Setutu and Sloaney. The centers are Sully and Val Holmes. Halves are LKT and Flanagan. The front row is Loco and Emre Gula. Again, fuck, this guy's in the team list. I didn't realise that. Damien Cook at hooker. Dylan Egan and Hamish Stewart in the back row. Ryan Couchman at lock. Jacob Little, Josh Kerr, Jacob Halangahu. Jacob Webster's making his debut. Atkinson and Feeney are the reserves. Are the bench, and then the reserves Luciano Leilua and Tuapalatu and Hutchison. The coach is Dean Young. So not a bad lineup, but kind of wish Emre Gula wasn't starting. I don't know what the fuck that's about. Anyway.
Yeah. So do you have your Who Am I? The second one you sent me?
Yes, I do.
That's a tough one, I think. This is a tough one.
Now it's time to present to you Who Am I by the Mad Dragons Vodcast, brought to you by Billy the Kid. So the first hint of the Who Am I was, I represented Samoa on the international stage and I made my NRL debut in 2010.
Well, there you go. Get into the comments. Tell us who that is. Jag, you can't comment because you know everything.
Yeah, Jag.
I doesn't answer.
Do you know who it is, Hasman?
I've got an idea.
You got an idea? Oh,
Might be completely.
well, keep it to ourselves for now. Yeah, I got it wrong the first time I asked him. I asked him the answer. Okay. We said goodbye to the guests. We had the viewer comments up. I don't know what I was supposed to correct him about. Am I going to get the sack? I don't know what I didn't correct him on about. Don't sack me. It's not a Stefanovic.
That's Emre Gula, that is.
Billy.
Yeah. Well,
Anyway,
the less the better.
Okay, there you go. All right, Hasman. Blocker in the Reggies. Gula in for Toby Couchman. What do you think of that?
I'd rather Blocker than fucking Gula. Quite frankly,
Blocker than Gula?
I am convinced that Emre Gula and Josh Kerr have pictures of Dean Young in a compromising position There's no other explanation for them getting picked week after week with the shit performances they're putting up. But there's got to be something untoward going on for them to keep getting picked.
Yeah, they've been
No other
destroyed.
explanation.
Yeah.
Got to be
Billy,
an investigation into this. Dean Young's got to be held accountable for this.
There it is. There it is on your tubes. Billy, Jacob Webster makes his debut, number 296, number Dragon. And Ryan Hutchison's been named. Will either of them get game time? He's in the 17, so he possibly will.
Webster 100% will. I'm guaranteeing that right now that Jacob Webster will play on the weekend. Unless something goes severely wrong in the injury department and they have to shift to one of the backline players, guarantee that Jacob Webster will play on the weekend. I know Toby Couch is out.
Hopefully Josh Bell break a fingernail.
I think the big issue is I know Toby Couchman's out due to HIA from last week, but honestly, they could have picked anyone.
Wasn't that a category 2 though?
Yeah, it was. I think he tried to put a medical exemption in this week to play, and they didn't let him. So, yeah.
Isn't it automatic only for Cat 1?
That's what I thought. That's what I thought, but I think I've got it wrong. I'm not sure. I have to do more research about it. It's a bit of a shame though because he's been our best forward this year, and we definitely needed him this weekend. So, yep.
Billy, is it Kyle Stanley?
No, it's not Kyle Stanley. Unfortunately,
it's not Kyle Stanley. Sorry, Ian. Ring again. We'll have another go.
Spin the wheel again, Ian.
There we go. On Sunday, Billy, Jag, Coco, Minnow Dragon, and maybe Scoop will be there. So get up there to Cogra and meet the Mad Dragons podcast cast. And he's saying we'll swap Luch for Gula, send Kerr to the moon. Plotted the pair of them.
Accurate.
Yeah. And Annie, send me an email with your phone number so I can ask you about coming on the show. You wanted to come on the show? You won't even talk to me. Anyway, let's get back to these questions. Scoop, do you believe Jubilee's a fortress and an advantage on Sunday?
At the moment, I don't think it is till we get our freaking team sorted properly. But once when we do start combining and firing, I'm hoping it will become a fortress again.
Yeah, so do I. Hope it becomes a fortress. Hasman, do you reckon it become a fortress? Is it going to become a fortress? Again.
It has the potential to be next year, definitely, with the signings we've made. I think that'll bring a lot of excitement for the fans. We'll start to see an upward trend in sort of the numbers of fans that we're getting to games, which I think will be a massive help. So I think definitely Cogra can definitely become a fortress again. Who knows? If you like, you might even run into me a few times.
Well, there you go. Hasman will be there on Sunday too. So I've got to get up there. I've got to do it again. I went up there for the what match did I go up there for?
Game.
The
Tigers match.
Tigers. Yeah. I was up there for the Tigers, and I met a few people. They said hello, so it was good fun. I'll stick with you, Has. Do you think the Dragons can match up against the Sharks in the forwards in particular? I know our backs have got no chance, but in our forwards,
in the forwards, yes, I think we can go with them. The backs that's where we're in all sorts of trouble. It's going to be an absolute bloody field day on that bloody right edge.
It will be. It'll be pretty tough because they got a pretty good back line, even with KLIRO and CSF and
Call Hero.
Talakai.
It's Hero Big D.
All right, and he said she emailed me today, so I'll check for that one. I'm not sure. Maybe she sent it to the wrong place. Okay.
It's probably in your spam folder.
It could be in my spam folder.
Pretty
Cronulla
sure I only
strike
got
players,
three,
Billy.
3 games for that. Jesus Christ.
Oh, did she? Well, I've got a little thing on Briggy later.
It's about half what she deserved.
I think so too. It was a terrible tackle.
Any other jersey, she would have been sent off.
It's got to be out of control. It just got a bit out of control. That's what I thought of that one. Anyway, talk about
He
this
should
game.
be gone for the season.
Billy, do you support Dino sticking with Lycan King and Kyle Flanagan in the halves?
Yeah, why not? I mean, there's nothing to lose anymore. Like, it would have been lovely to see Cade Reid, obviously, but I don't think he's even going to get game time next year in NRL. So, yeah, I think this is fine for now. Lycan played well, I thought. 24 tackles, only 2 missed, and if we had Atkinson on that side, they probably would have put 40 points on him. So, yeah, much better against a stronger side on Friday night. But, yeah, Kyle Flanagan, I'm not sure. I'm really never sure with Kyle Flanagan. I love his effort. But yeah.
Who's stronger, Sharks or Dolphins?
Sharks. Sharks are way stronger.
Sharks are stronger.
66 points stronger, to be in fact.
Yeah. Boldo was talking about. Oh, sorry, Bill. Go on.
I was just going to say that they both have strong back lines, and that's where we struggle. So, yeah, we got to win the forward battle so we don't fucking get smoked.
Yeah, scoopy scoop. Boldo talking about how good their pack is. Sorry, their bench is coming off the bench. Our bench hasn't been too strong in recent weeks. Josh Kerr coming on, giving away a penalty.
He needs to be dropped.
Mate. There's not much we can do, is there, mate?
Who can we drop him for, though, Scoop? Like,
Ryan
maybe
Hutchinson.
Ryan. Yes, but then again, we've never seen Ryan Hutchinson play first grade. Obviously, we've got nothing to lose, but like I said before, but, you know, you got to have some sort of experience in that, unfortunately.
Surely Josh Kerr and Emre Gula have pictures of Dean Young nude. That's why they're playing in the squad.
Well, that's what Hasman said. I agree. They do. They probably do.
I said that 10 minutes ago. Where the fuck have you been?
Cade Reid's back in reserve grade. We'll talk about Cade shortly. Oliver Burton, I'm not sure where he's playing. I haven't checked up on him.
He's playing in the New South Wales and actually, Donnie was saying that he didn't do anything spectacular, but he doesn't look out of place.
No.
Yeah. And that's something crazy because he's 17 years old. So that's
for a 17-year-old. Donnie was saying he did pretty decent.
Yeah.
Well, I agree anyone would be an upgrade on Kerr, but I just don't think Dan Young would take that risk.
Just tell Craig Young to pull on a jersey. He just pulled out of his old job. He needs a new job. Craig Young could maybe run out. Created by Quaker. We've got the wooden spoon, Quaker.
A little bit late for that, buddy.
No chance of missing out on that. Yeah, and Jags late to the party again, reading New South Wales Cup. And
James Savage, you're late.
It's even later than you, Scoop. Even later.
So if Scoop's me from Timo, does that mean Jesse's Scoop from Timo?
Yeah. Well, Jesse can be Scoop from Timo, but I'm going to change Scoop's name. He's going to be now the work experience kid. Let's do some of this. go. Battles and clashes. Billy, what are you looking forward to, mate?
Well, just a forward pack battle like every week. Yeah, it's always intriguing with our forward
Yeah,
pack.
it is.
There's not much else to say. It's the same shit I say. It's just different smell, different team.
Scoop, who's reffing?
I'll find out.
Check it up, son. Check it up.
God,
Go on.
at this point, no ref. I just want no ref.
No ref. Just go out there and play it yourself like school football.
Liam Kennedy. Oh, great. God's sake.
Oh, great.
No, not Mr. Kennedy.
That's him.
Who's in
As
the
my
Chris,
favourite.
who's up in the
Kriptovic
box?
is. I don't know.
The bunker
I know.
is. Wait, let me just. One. I don't think it showed it a second ago. Wyatt Raymond.
Oh Jesus! Talk about work experience, kid.
We're gonna need Hazman. We're gonna need Hadman to come on Sunday. We need heroes and villains.
This goes how I think it's going to go. I may not have a choice. Not have
Too
to.
funny. Too funny. Which Dragons players? Hazman didn't need to step up.
Number 10 and number 15.
Yeah,
They really,
big time.
They do
Big
really
time.
need to step up.
Gawler and Josh Kerr.
Big time.
Yeah.
The only
They need
problem.
to actually. They need to display that they're actually capable of playing at NRL level, because I have not seen anything from them
Yeah.
while they've been at the club that would
No.
make me think they're actually up to that standard.
Well, they're not going to do it on Sunday. That's what I'll say. They won't do it on Sunday.
I mean, why the fuck did we get Josh Kerr back? I
I thought he was going to be good.
Yeah, so did I. I was fucking
did
wrong.
I.
He was playing his best football up at the Dolphins, and then he come back here and started playing. Well,
Shit.
Like shit again.
like me. Billy, has Dean Young actually improved the team?
Oh, he has. Yeah, no doubt about it. He has. We had 0 wins before him. We've got 2 wins now.
We've only got 2 wins now, though. That's the problem.
That's right.
Yeah, that is
That's
a
right.
problem.
Yeah.
Look, the performances have gotten better. Like against tougher teams, we've played pretty tough. We just still don't have the quality. That's been the biggest issue. Next year we have that. So I'm not going to judge Dean Young so far yet. Although there's some questionable shit that he does with fucking Josh Kerr and Emre Gula starting and all the likes of that. But he's also made good decisions in dropping Atkinson and Fino. He rightfully dropped them, and I don't think Shane Flanagan would have done that. So
Yeah. James Munro, you can get absolutely fucked.
Who's James Munro? What's he said?
James Sandwich has just put a comment that he made on ETs.
Sorry.
We need to smash the Dragons into oblivion this week. They should merge again with the Tigers and form the ultimate comedy club. Nah, get absolutely.
You wait till I see him on Thursday.
yeah,
Let's all get up against him.
from ET's podcast, that one.
Yeah, he was on earlier. That's ET's ET Stand podcast that was just on before.
Yeah, my mate. I think he's his uncle.
Okay.
I think.
He
Yeah,
seems to be. I'm going to ask him a few questions off air and see if we can make our podcast as good as theirs.
they got it.
Okay, I got Lycan King Toggy been in the King Toggy, Lycan King Toggy being assigned. Yeah, he's only played 26 games. Lycan King Toggy.
Yeah.
That surprised me.
He played very well.
Hasman, have the boys bought in? Like we had those 2 new signings, the 2 signings. Have they bought into Dean Young's story?
I think they have for the most part. There's seems to be uh, a lot more effort, even if the execution's a bit off. Like they're not switching off like they were with Madigan.
Yeah.
They a series of unfortunate events, and then they basically shut down. They're not doing that.
Jeez,
Like they were on. So he's definitely had an effect on them.
Yeah. And Chris Cryptovic saying we're stuck with these players, talking about Gula and Josh Kerr and players like that. Loco Pacific. Oh, we're going to crow. We're going to our first crow of the night. He had 7 on Sunday. 7
Oh
crows.
my! What did I miss?
Kerr and Gula will expecting to be released at the end of the season. I won't see. I reckon we won't see them at the club next year.
Kerr's already gone. Sorry, Gula's already gone.
Gula's in Wakefield for next year.
I mean,
yeah, we
expect Kerr to be released from the
maybe.
club.
Maybe.
Well,
what's your second hint, Billy?
Now it's time to present to you Who Am I by the Mad Dragons Vodcast, brought to you by Billy the Kid. Okay, the second hint of the Who Am I is, during my career, I've played for the North Queensland Cowboys, the St. George Illawarra Dragons, and the Gold Coast Titans.
Well, there we go. St. George Dragons up the top there, and then on the glamour strip. So, yeah, Scotty Jones says, so we have a halves combo, bring on 27. That's absolutely right. All right, have I done that? Have I done enough talking about the team? It might be time for some of this. Hey, whose dog's that? Billy? This one. I don't know what Sims means. Rugby league, big tease this week in rugby league. I like to call it twirl, because that's what it says there. And there we go. Well, wait till Billy comes back, and we'll 30th of August, 30th of July to 5th of August. Australian Rugby League, 1907, Rugby League's founding. Momentum builds following the famous July 1907 meeting that led to the creation of New South Wales football. The momentum continues to build until the inaugural season in 1908. The recruitment of such stars as Dally Messenger proved to be a crucial part of getting rugby league off the ground in Australia. The Steelers produced one of their biggest wins. They demolished Cronulla, who we play this week, 44-6 at Wollongong Showground. The victory was one of the biggest in Steelers history, and featured 8 tries, 44-6. One of the greatest performances by the clubs. And August the 4th, 1996, Rod Wishart. Where are we? Sorry. That day, Steelers legend Rod Wishart scored 22 points, equaling the club record. 3 tries, 5 goals, and they beat Newcastle Knights 34-22. And on this week, Nathan Brown learns his fate. One of the most significant weeks in modern day history. Nathan Brown was said, "See you later," because Wayne Bennett was taken over. Brown had coached the talented squad. 2005, we should have won the comp in 2005, but he couldn't deliver a premiership, making the difficult departure.
Wasn't Nathan Brown the one that slapped the players on the sideline?
He was. So there you go. That's rugby league this week in rugby league. So thank you for. I hope you enjoyed it. All right, where are we? Young is a learning coach, and no Foz. No, he's better than Foz. And if Billy's around, is that the answer? He's not around, but I think it is. I think it's the answer.
Yeah, it is.
And the last hit was, I'm a powerful wing centre who played less than 20 games for the Dragons, and in total 75 NRL games with 33 tries. And the answer is Khalifi Fi Law. There you go.
There's
He
a
wasn't
name I
bad
haven't
player,
heard in a while.
just didn't. Yeah, he just didn't quite step up. A bit like the Stanley twins, or Stanley boys. Sorry.
Kyle and Chase Stanley.
There's Jimmy Savage got it in first, and he was right. Spider, no, it wasn't Josh Maguire. And Lisa Marie says Rod Wishart was a superhero, still a hero. So I wish we had him back. All right, that's it for
Great, Nina. We got
that's it
Setu
for,
too.
Setu Toto. That's what I call him. He could be as good as Toto, I'm telling you now. Don't forget to comment. If you comment, you go on the Chocky Wheel to win the $75 voucher. All right, let's move along. Any more questions about this game, boys?
No.
Anything
Let's
to point
move on.
out? No, we can pass on this game. We'll go and talk about New South Wales Cup. There's a few missing out of this one. Can you read through what names are there?
Yep. So we've got Tuapolodu on one wing, Sagranis in the centres, Joseph O'Neill and Cade Reeves in the halves, Ryan Hutchinson and Blake Lorry up front. Good to see Blocker back. Connor Mollison is the hooker. We've got Matthew Alzahim in lock. We're missing second rows. And on the bench, we've got Haley Finau, Cyrus Stanley Trail. And that's basically it. So we're missing 1, 2, 3, 4. We're missing about half a dozen players at this point.
I know. And Cryptovic saying Atco in the centres maybe put him in at number 3 spot. You can go and play there.
Fuck off. He's useless.
Unfortunately. What's your crow? That's 2. What's your crow?
Dan Axon expect to be released as well by the end of the season.
Wow. We're getting rid of everybody. There is a mass exodus. But the funny thing about it, none of them are getting signed by Australian teams. What does that tell you?
That they're not up to NRL standard. That's what it says.
Yeah, not up to it. That's right. They play at Collegiate Stadium against the Newtown Jets. 12 p.m. Sunday the 9th. If you're down there close to there, get down there and have a look. Go and cheer on the boys. NRLW, the girls are there. Scoopy, I know we'll do this on Wednesday night, tomorrow night with Jag at 6 p.m. NRLW with Jag. So read through this team, will you, son?
At fullback, you got Tegan the Flash Berry. On the wings, you got Jamie Millard and Maria Paseka. In the centers, you got Shanae Shishoka and Talia O'Brien. In the halves, you got in number 6, Talia Farima Arnold, and my favourite, Casey Ray in the half-back row. In the props for the front row forwards, you got Amelia Huicow and Ruby Jean Kennard Ellis. And in the hooker, you got Brooke Anderson as the captain. In the back row, for the second rowers, you got Montana Clifford, Ella Costa, and Hannah Southwell. On the interchange bench, you got Sally Hopkins, Olivia Ingram, Trinity Turnay, and number 17, I think that's her debut game. Cerise Toll. In the reserves, you got Nina Menai Perrin, who's set to come back from concussion. Lafina Kitai, Tori Shipton, Soraya Pale, and in the number 2, got Arabella McKenzie, and the coach is Nathan Cross, to be played at St George Jubilee Stadium. Kickoff is a 35 past 1. I think they kick off before the men's again.
They do. Just talk about that team. I've got to go. I'll be back in 2 minutes.
All right, so Deaconberry, it's all but signed, sealed, and delivered. She's going over to the Cronulla Southern Sharks. Tori Shipton, there's no news about her yet on what club she's going to. Brooke Anderson looks like it's going to be our long-term number 9 at the moment. Hannah Southwell is playing really good at lock, but she sometimes changes with Brooke Anderson when one of the prop forwards go onto the bench with Nina and Perrin to go into hooker. And Sally Hopkins, she can play in the halves, so she can probably take over if Tali Furumaana or Casey Ray needs a break. And don't forget, folks, it's also Indigenous round for the girls as well, so make sure you get out to the game on Sunday. Support our girls by wearing your Indigenous jersey or just wear your Dragons jersey loud and proud.
That's it. Sorry about that. My dog just threw up, so I had to go and clean it. I couldn't leave it there. Yeah, this side, Tegan Berry's absolutely killing it out there. Hasman. It's a pity she's leaving.
Yeah, everyone's bloody leaving us.
But she's one of the good ones that are leaving us.
Oh, good, bad, or indifferent. All the players.
Do you watch much of the girls' games?
Not as many as I'd like to, but I don't know what it is about the girls. There just doesn't seem to be any sort of cohesion in attack. Like, I just don't know what it is.
Yeah. Just while I've got you there, Johnny Burke's asked you, what's your thoughts on the bunker ref of late?
Oh, mate, the bunker and the refs have basically treated us, like they've got the kick me sign taken to the backs all season. I mean, it's every 50-50, is going the other way. Your bloody obstruction somehow, becomes a dissertation.
Yeah.
And every Dragons try gets reviewed like it's a fucking crime scene. I mean, meanwhile,
no, it doesn't. We get scrutinised so hard.
Yeah. But the opposition only need to sneeze near the line and it's awarded before the ball even hits the ground. The vote's basically been Dragons play footy, bunker fucking plays roulette. So, in short, the
we'll have to get you on Sunday.
Bloody abysmal.
Yeah. Hannah Southwell's 50th NRL game.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Apparently she debuted in 2018, so they only played like 4 games back then. So 50, a good achievement. They're playing at St George Venues, Jubilee Stadium. Charisse Tolley there. She's North Sydney Tasha Gale's captain in the Tasha Gale Cup. 18. She's only 18, and a talented outside back apparently. So, hopefully they do well. They're playing against the Tigers. They've won. They've only lost 1 game, I think, the Tigers. So, chances in this game, Scoop. What do you reckon?
I'm not liking the odds, Big T. I'm going to go with the Tigers on this one, mate. I've got
Tigers.
no hope.
Hasman.
Look, Tigers have only lost one. We've only won one. I don't see us losing by any less than about 20. Sad to say.
Jesus. Yeah, Racing McGregor's having a field day out there. I think she had 3 tries hits last week. I think she scored one. So, yeah, there's Joyce Tolley. Talented outside back. Jersey flag team, I'll just quickly run through that. Lucas Borg and Tom Kirk on the wings with Toby Rumble on the other. Olivia Burton back into the Jersey flag side with a to be confirmed. Eden Hodges and Shadia Mood in the halves. Viliami, Hikila, Ben Jackson, and Dexter Grant on the front row. Jared Tweek, Connor Sadler, and Braith Plekas locks the scrum. Isaiah Fagalillo, Daniel Meafau, Leroy Weatherall, who's off contract at the end of the year, and Daniel Langdon. Coached by Aaron Gorrell. So that's not a bad
and
side.
on your extended bench, got number 18, Marley McLaren.
Oh, Marley McLaren. There you go. They're running first. The Sharkies are running fourth. They're up against the Sharks at Collegian Sporting Complex. I think Collegian Sporting Complex is bigger than Shark Park. So you can fit more people in there. I'll tell you now. They're going well. So I think they had a defeat last week. They went down. So after a long winning streak, the St George Dragons side for the New South Wales Women's Premiership. There we are. Talk about them on Tuesday night, as we will.
Then Wednesday.
Side went. There they are on there later. Steelers are third. Dragons are ninth. 7 games. They were 5 points, 2 wins and a draw for the Dragons, and 7 games, 5 wins for the Steelers. Okay, let's get into news and rumours. I want to talk about injuries first. David Farley's out. I don't know whether he can come back this week. Maybe comes back in reserve grade. Cade Reid and Blake Laurie both back. Jaden Sewer out. Pectoral muscle round 27. Toby Katzman headlock. He'll be back next week. Hame Sele is out for the season with a Achilles tendon tear.
Well, he's gone for the rest of his Dragons career, Big T.
He's gone, mate.
He's not coming back.
All right. Before we go into news and rumours, I'd like to do this.
We're going to go Big
Go
T.
on, Scoop. Go, son, go.
So for this week, for the good, the bad, and the ugly, you can work out between Big T, Billy, and I on who's the good, the bad, and the ugly. So for the good, Sydney Roosters, first ever team in the NRL modern competition history, racking up 82 to 12 points. The Roosters out there showed the competition why they're the premium heavyweights on to win the competition against the Penrith Panthers. The bad. The Cowboys lost 82 to 12 against the Roosters. Their defense was atrocious. Half the players on the Cowboys team should not be in there. Gee, no wonder why the Cowboys are going to be having a bit of a clean out. Will they be sitting back home once the season's over and deliberating on what players to keep and what players to get rid of? And the ugly, the Teague Wilton sin bin in the Sharks v Rabbitohs match. The incident sparked plenty of debate, with many commentators and fans questioning the decision after the head clash again involved Jack Wyden. That's the good, the bad, and the ugly this week. Heading back to central commentary, Mr. Big, the ugly T himself, Mr. Big T.
I'm the good, the bad, and the ugly, Scoop. Don't you worry about that. I'm a big mother. Just go back a little bit. Ian Johnson thinks our girls are a bit soft. They don't have any sting. What do you think, Jag?
Yeah, good evening, everyone, as well. Yeah, they lack a bit of size in the forward pack, and they get overpowered by the bigger packs in the game. We'll talk more about it tomorrow, but yeah, I think that's what they're lacking. They're lacking a bit of size and creativity. But you can't say they're not trying, because they definitely are trying. They've just got a very young team, and Crossy said they are on a journey, and we do understand that. And yeah, we'll leave more about that for tomorrow's show. We'll go more into depth on that one tomorrow.
Good shot. Well, now let's get in the news and rooms. I haven't made a reel for this one yet, but I will make one because I like my reel. I like my little intros, the 20-second intros. I think they're pretty good. So, news and rumours. And the biggest one from the week was the Catchman's boys signing until 2030. Yeah, well, that's great for the Dragons. Hamish Stewart and Dylan Egan already signed up. Looking at Loco. Oh, Ryan Couchman made the team of the week. Oh, Clarkie's team of the week, by the way. This is Clarkie's team of the week. Thanks, Clarkie, for letting me use your stuff. I hope I am. So there you go, Ryan Couchman. He's the best lock in the game at the moment, I reckon. Hasman.
Val Holmes is in there too. Big T.
I was going to get to Val.
How.
No, Ryan's the best lock in the game at the moment. Better than Yo. What do you reckon? Anybody want to comment on that?
I can think of 16 locks that are better than Yo. Nothing's overrated as fuck.
He's the New South Wales Australia captain.
Val Holmes, mate, I don't know why. Yeah, the Catchman signed until 2030. These two are next. Loco and
Daniel Anderson, they're next.
Daniel Anderson said, head of recruitment down at Confer, the joint ventures closing down the sins of Loco and Jacob. So that's great news. We'll sign those two.
He's also said
signing these two, Scoop. Well, go on, Jag.
He's also said that we've probably exhausted our money to buy more recruits for next year. So we're looking at retention now.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. We need to retain.
Good. That's what we should work on.
Nick Segranis after these two, and Hayden Buchanan if he comes back. There's a couple of others down there. Blake Laurie's considering going to Super League. What do you think of those? What are your thoughts on that, Scoop?
Good. He can fuck off.
Oh, you can't say
a bit
that.
too early. No, he watches that. He watches. No. Don't say that.
You have to stop. Dean Young believes Australian Kangaroos should select Hamish Stewart. What do you think, Scoop?
I reckon it's a good call, but keep him as a backup to get the experience before he gets put into the team. But otherwise, he's been playing absolutely well for us in the second row. I would not be surprised if he gets put in to play because Australia has like no back row options with the amount of players for the leaving to play for other countries.
No, Jesse's
they'll have Liam Martin and players like that. Liam Martin, Hudson Young's unavailable, so there's a few. I'll say this: I think Hamish will be definitely in the PM squad. I reckon that's my call.
Yeah, Scott Jones said there's a bit.
Yeah, harsh. Don't say things like that.
Yeah, no, you can't because my next slide has man. What do you think about? Is that a real possibility?
What, Hamish Stewart?
Yeah, being picked for the Australian team.
It'll be a slight possibility, but it's not outside the realms. But he'd more likely end up in the PM's squad. I think. In fact, I think you'll find the Couchmans will end up in that side as well.
Well, with all the front rows going to play for the Pacific Nations, yeah.
Everyone's having a go at you here, Scoop. Bit harsh. Don't diss our
Yeah.
blocker, Scoop.
Yeah,
You
Scoop.
do.
Don't do that, man. You can't bag players.
Hang on. Bob Blocker's been one of the best drops we all incur. But this next one, people, I don't know if we have to be careful, but Peter V'landys has hired a media cop to monitor comments from commentators of the game.
We're not commentators.
Hang on. But it's anybody talking too negative about the NRL. So they're going to police now. Hasman, what are your thoughts on the NRL policing what people say? Or you just sat up. We're for a good one.
I think I might have to be careful.
Bite your tongue, Hasman. Bite your tongue.
So the way I'm reading this, it's not really sort of aimed at amateurs like us. This is more. Yeah, it's more directed at
360.
At fuckwits like a Nasta and Phil Gould. Now, I guess
could be tucking his face.
V'landys discredits the game every time he opens his mouth.
Freedom of speech, but isn't it? Yeah. Johnny Burke wants our heroes and villains on this one. We'll talk about that another time. Maybe Sunday night.
Look, there's been a few things happen tonight that I'm starting to work on it already. a few things I'm saying.
I'm not too sure about a media cop. If somebody says negative, you can't not have people saying negative things about the NRL. If they're not true,
you can't single out a player though.
If they're not true, well, fair enough. The media cop will come out and say it's not true. But how can you stop people from telling the truth?
Or having an opinion.
Yeah, James. Very, very much a nanny state. I don't know. Maybe he's working with the Labor government because and Johnny Burke says he misses heroes and villains. And commentators with a conflict of interest.
Yeah, well, that's like Gus, because Gus is a manager. I miss it too. I agree with him.
You agree with him?
All right,
I do. I agree with Johnny Burke.
All right, well, let's see what we can do.
All right, that'll be fantastic. We'd love to have you on back again more often, Hasman. I know.
Yeah, Big T's host on Sunday, so tee it up with Big T. Yeah, sure, do it.
I'll be doing Sunday at 6:30. Jag will be.
I'll pop on. Coming home from the game.
Are you training it or driving it?
I'm going with my friend. My friend's driving up.
Eden.
Yeah.
Yeah, Eden. I like Eden. She's a nice girl. Okay, New South Wales' new coach, Matt King. 91 games for the Storm.
Big day on you for this one.
He went over to England, Warrington Wolves, 106 games. Come back to play for South. He's been New South Wales assistant coach for I don't know how long.
He's a Roosters assistant too.
New South Wales Blues and played 10 games for Australia. A really good player. Whether he's smart enough to be a coach, look at him here. What would you think? What do you think of that, Asman? Matt King, New South Wales coach for the next 2 years.
It's an interesting choice. I'm not sure what his credentials are coaching wise, but enjoyed watching him as a player. So maybe he's got a few ideas. So it'd be interesting to see how he goes.
James Savage likes you. So
oh.
You have got fans and people do love you. Meant the debut on the weekend. Yeah, we did earlier on, Ian Johnson.
Jacob Webster.
Jacob Webster making his 296 sixth dragon.
And Sharis Tolley.
All right. And what?
And Sharis Tolley.
Sharis Tolley, yeah, from the NRLW side, making her debut from the bench. Okay.
I'm not sure about Matt King either.
You're not sure about Matt King? Hasman?
No.
Matt King. Has he got enough coaching qualifications, Scoop?
He's assistant at the Roosters. He's current New South Wales assistant. They reckon he's the favourite to be the Melbourne coach if they don't get Billy Slater. Because he played for Melbourne, so...
I'm not sold on Matt King.
You're not?
And he wasn't that great of a player.
He was a good player. He played 10 games for Australia. He played 9 games for New South Wales Blues.
He was okay, but...
I want Cleary, Ivan Cleary.
Well, he signed a 2-year deal, so that snuffs Cleary out.
And what's his coaching history outside of Origin?
He's the Roosters assistant as well. He's been there for a few years now.
Okay, so he's been under Robbo. Well, that'll
yeah.
That'll probably
Laurie.
tip scales
He's
a
been
bit.
under Laurie too. So that might stuff him up a bit. All right, Ali Bligenshaw was referred straight to the NRL registry for dropping Tyle Preston on her head.
Yeah,
she was facing a lengthy suspension. I hear it's 3 weeks, Jag.
3 weeks. So, yeah, she'll be out for the next 3 weeks. And I think she was very lucky not to be sent off. It was an absolutely dangerous tackle. Taylor Preston was very lucky as well. She could, if that was any worse, it could have been a repeat of what happened to Alex McKinnon many years ago. That's an absolutely dangerous tackle.
She should have been gone for the rest of the season and her career. You can't do a tackle like that.
If she was wearing any other jersey, she would have been rubbed out for 6 weeks plus.
She's wearing a
no one's ever got that suspension in their own. Well, I think because she's retiring as well.
Absolute koala, protected species.
They went soft on her
because he's retiring.
Scoop, did you see the tackle? Did you think it just got out of hand, or was it a Brigginshaw? She caused it all.
Oh, it's a Brigginshaw special.
Yeah, Brigginshaw special. She should have been gone for the 6 weeks. Rule her out immediately from the rest of her career.
Yeah. All right. Jack DeBellin selling his house in Wollongong. 9.9 to $1.09 million. Have you got the money to buy that place, Hasman?
I wish I did.
Maybe he might go to England now, Big T.
Sorry, mate.
He might go to England if he's doing that. He might have something lined up in England.
I was saying Sunday I'll go to England for 1 year, then come back and play his last year in Papua New Guinea. That'd be nice to see. All right, Dragons Indigenous jersey, inspired by Kurani Adan, 16-year-old artist. So these jerseys designed to celebrate courage, strength, and connection across the country and community, incorporating cultural significance, landmarks across the Darawal and the UN country. Do you like that jersey, Jay?
Nice of the sponsor. Nice of the sponsor to take the sponsorship off for a week. So, I do like it. And as you see, two of our girls wearing it there, Ella Costa and Talia Fumahono, as well as Kerr and Sloan, who will all be playing this weekend. So, it's nice. I like the jersey, and they'll be all wearing it. It's going to be good to see in person.
all proud
Very nice. They
Indigenous
get
players
nicer every year.
They do, and being designed by a 16-year-old, that's pretty impressive.
Would have been nice
No
to get
system,
Coco's take on it, her being Indigenous.
yeah, she
I'm
had to
all
work
for
tonight,
Indigenous too.
so I would have liked to hear from Coco. Maybe she can come on Sunday night and we'll talk about what the Indigenous round means to her. All right, yeah, Sunday double header at Cogra.
The last game
NRW
at
kick off at
Cogra.
1:35. Last game at 1:35 for the girls, 4:05 for the men. Should be a good day. Jess up there.
Yeah, could be. The Indigenous round, last game at Cogra for the year. Yeah, second last, well, actually the third last doubleheader for the men and the women together. And it should be a good day. Sunday afternoon, as Gus Gould says, the Red V at Jubilee.
The Red V at Jubilee.
Does
All
he
right. Is
say
there
that or
anything else?
something like
Anything
that?
more? Anything more you want to add, Jess, to the
Oh yeah, shout
to the
out
game?
John
Oh,
Gibbs.
you weren't here when we talked about the game.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough one. The Sharks are
Johnny Gibbs?
probably the form team in the comp. Yeah, John Gibbs, he was diagnosed with Hodgkin's lymphoma. Very sad news. I think he's in his 70s now. You would remember him, Big T, as good. He was Australian halfback back in the 70s, and while playing Manly, he was a great player, from what all reports.
He was a great player. I didn't see much of him. I didn't get here till 76, so yeah, he was a good player. I'm just watching videos of him over the last couple of days. Yeah, he was a little torpedo.
And he works for the ABC now, but he has to step down from that role due to that. But thoughts go out to him and his family at a difficult time.
Yeah. Well,
The rugby league community
anything
always
else
gets
to add?
behind these sorts of things.
Yeah, we sure will. I'm not sure who the 50-50 is with doing with this week. It was Greg Inglis last week for the academy. So yeah, but we have to do this before we go.
All right, Dragons fans, before we rip into this week's game, let's talk about a local business that absolutely knows how to get the job done. If you're running a warehouse, moving locations, upgrading your storage, or staring down the barrel of a lease make good, you need the team at Complete Warehouse Solutions. These guys aren't some big city outfit who don't know the area. They're family owned, based right here in Lake Illawarra, servicing the Illawarra and beyond. And when they say complete, they mean complete. New warehouse fit out, they'll measure it, design it, supply it, and install your pallet racking and shelving properly. Safe, compliant, and built to last. Relocating, they'll dismantle your racking, transport it, and rebuild it at the new site so you're back up and running faster than a Dragon's backline shift. End of lease and the landlord wants it back to bare bones? No dramas. They'll strip it out, repair it, repaint it, clean it, leave it looking like you were never there. And here's the smart bit. They even buy back quality used racking and storage systems. So instead of wasting money, you might actually put some back in your pocket. It's tough work, it's hands-on, it's industrial, and it's done by locals who take pride in doing it right. So if your warehouse needs muscle, experience, and a team that won't muck you around, get onto Complete Warehouse Solutions. Because just like the Dragons, when the pressure's on, you want the right team beside you. Complete Warehouse Solutions, your one-stop shop for getting the job done.
Yeah, Complete Warehouse Solutions, 4257-1930 or 0417-223-409. Or give Jeff an email, jeff@completews.com.au. All right, before we go, we'll just go through the games this round. First game, Thursday night, Titans and Cowboys. Give us your prediction, just a prediction. That's all we need. Prediction scoop.
Titans by plenty.
Titans by plenty. Hasman.
Yeah, Titans by shitloads.
Jag.
I'm backing the Cowboys to bounce back.
A bounce back, a big bounce back. No, I'm going with Titans. I think they'll be too good.
The Titans have lost Zane
Warriors-
Harrison. That's a big loss. He's been in good form for them. Lachlan Ilias comes in, Scoop's favourite player.
Oh, piss off.
Anyway, we'll just run through that. We'll just run through this quickly. No ins and outs. Warriors and Panthers. Hasman.
Oh, Jesus. I'm going to go against what I would normally do. I'm going to say the Warriors, purely because they're at home. But it's going to be a bloody tight match. I think it's going to be a bloody good one.
Yeah. I think Panthers are beatable. Jag.
The Panthers made a statement last week. They're back. They're humming. Panthers win this one.
Panthers.
Scoop-de-doop.
Panthers by plenty.
Panthers. All right. Storm and Manly. This will be a big one down at.
You forgot Roosters Bulldogs.
Who cares about the Roosters Bulldogs? I don't care about the Roosters Bulldogs. All right, Roosters Bulldogs. Hasman, who's going to win Roosters Bulldogs?
Roosters by 70.
Again.
Roosters by 100.
Roosters by 100.
The Cowboys were shit house last. Parramatta were bloody woeful last week, so I reckon the Bunnies can get them.
Bunnies, Jag.
Yeah, big ins for the Bunnies. They get Murray, Fafita, Duncan back. Souths, they have to win this one if they're going to play semis. I think they will.
Scoop-de-doop.
Souths.
I'm going to say Souths. Raiders and Knights. That'll be a good game, I think. The Raiders and Knights. The Raiders are gone. Knights are playing for a top 4 position. I think they're running 6th at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Knights.
Knights. Hasman.
Even though it's in Canberra, still going Knights.
Knights. Jag.
Yeah, I'll go with the Newcastle Knights as well. Canberra, while they do have an outside chance, they have to win every game, and the Knights have been very good this year. Holbrook's been coach of the year. He's done a tremendous job with the Knights.
Yeah, write them off. And the game that's the most important, see if we can get another win, make it our 3rd for the season. Jesse, Dragons, Sharky's got a couple out, Talakai, KLIRO, and who was the other one? I can't remember who the other one was, but they've got a couple out. So what do you reckon here?
The Sharks, they're the form team in the comp at the moment. Brindle and Hines are just on another planet the way they're playing. This is their last chance at a premiership with this group. And they're building towards something. They're going to be incredibly tough to beat. I think the Sharks by 10. I think they'll just be a bit too strong for us on the day. But I'll go Sloan to score for Indigenous round as well. Sloan will score.
Nice. Scoop, be nice.
I'm going to go against Dragon this time. I'm going to go Dragons by 6. For my anytime try scorer, I'm going to go kid on debut, Jacob Webster.
Ooh, coming off the bench to score a try. Hasman, what do you reckon, mate?
Sharks by 20. Sloan will score.
Sloan will score. And there's the teams. I reckon the Dragons by 4. They'll get over the top of the Sharkies. I want to see Loco score a try. I think Loco might get one, so get your money on Loco. Gamble responsibly. There's a ladder again. Panthers first, Dragons.
We don't want to look at it, Big T. We don't want to look at that.
Can we move on from the ladder, Big T?
They want to see it. Indigenous round 2026.
It's for 2 weeks.
Yeah, all the Indigenous players on display. And you got to love the Indigenous players. They're such good players, though. They are. They go back through the times. Peachy, Mundine, Blacklock.
Blacklock.
Nah,
Wendell
Jeff
Saylor.
Hardy, Ricky Walford, John Simon. They were down. John Simon and Ricky Walford were down the Dragons.
Yesterday.
Promotion the other week. Yesterday. So
Jamie Soward's another one.
Two guys down there.
Blacklock.
Oh, there's plenty of them. Josh Dugan was an Aboriginal player, wasn't he?
Nope.
Yes, he was.
No, he wasn't.
I think he was Aboriginal. No, he wasn't.
He
Well,
was.
Anyway,
No, he's not.
Too many of them. Too many of them to name. You guys, thanks for joining me. Thanks for joining me, Scoop.
See you tomorrow evening.
Man. Thanks for coming on late, Jag. Yeah, I've got tomorrow evening, and then I've got Thursday night with Boldo. And Boldo is on his show, crowing that the Dragons are the worst team ever, and none of our side will make their side. I think we've got some pretty good forwards there that'll give their forwards a run for their money. And I'll be speaking about that on Thursday night.
Actually, I do have one more thing that I picked up on today as well.
Ooh, here we go.
They're saying now with Cookie moving on, who is the new captain next year? A lot of people are shouting Keon Kaloa-Matangi. Thoughts, guys?
No.
What's that?
No.
The new captain, Keon Kaloa-Matangi, or anyone else you consider?
I think Hamish. Hamish would be a good captain.
Hamish or Toby?
Yeah. Thank you, James. He's off to troll the Sharks podcast, and I might go there myself.
What's it
Go
called?
over there and troll them. It's called ET's ET Stand Cronulla Fans Podcast. So go and check them out. ET Stand.
The worst ground in the rugby league in the NRL.
Oh, we got a hold of that early, Jess. We got a hold of that early, and we actually we blinded him with brilliance, mate. Blinded him with brilliance.
Yeah, it should not hold a semi-final. It should not.
No. All right, thanks guys for joining us, and that's it for another Teamless Tuesday. Thank you for joining us. I hope you enjoyed it. Now all eyes turn to Sunday afternoon at Cogra Jubilee, NRL Indigenous Round, where it's time for the Red Bee to remind the Gummies exactly who runs this rivalry. They had a great season.
We're the big brother.
But little brother's getting a bit too big, and big brother's putting back in his boots. Let's pack Cogra, make plenty of noise, get right behind our boys. If the Dragons bring depression, aggression, and pride that this jersey deserves, there's no reason we can't make this 25 wins against Cronulla and send the Gummies back down the highway with nothing. Sunday, virtually straight after the grain, join us for Sunday sessions with me. Jag will be on assignment and will report from the car. So until next time, tell your mum about the show. Red V's a part of me. Dragons for life. And come on, with everybody saying, come on, Dragons fans!
Fire!
Fire! No, we're going to get that right.
See you tomorrow.